Patrick and Brittany Mahomes may be the NFL's golden couple, but behind the Instagram perfect smiles and stadium side kisses, are the cracks starting to show? From social media silence to awkward interviews, here are 5 subtle but telling signs that the Mahomes relationship might be hitting a rough patch, and once you see them, it's hard to unsee. First, let's talk about the missing posts. Brittany used to flood her feed with photos of her and Patrick, from vacation selfies to post-game celebrations. But lately those snaps have become fewer and far between. For a couple that built their public image on constant connection, the sudden silence feels less like privacy and more like intentional distance. The second sign? Body language breakdowns. During recent public appearances, including the 2024 ESPYs and a few viral sideline moments, eagle-eyed fans noticed Patrick pulling away from Brittany's touch, giving side glances instead of smiles and showing stiffness in moments where natural affection once flowed. Experts say body language speaks louder than words, and theirs is starting to scream disconnect. The third sign is the pressure of fame. Patrick is one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet, and with every Super Bowl ring comes more expectations, more appearances, and more distractions. Brittany, once seen as his ride or die, has started building her own brand, becoming more involved in soccer ownership, fitness, and media work. While growth is good, insiders have hinted that their goals no longer align the way they used to, and with separate projects come separate priorities. Fourth, there's the timing of recent headlines. From Brittany's controversial involvement in the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce media frenzy to online shade from former friends, the couple has found themselves in unexpected drama. Patrick, who normally keeps a low profile off the field, has been noticeably quiet during Brittany's online dust-ups. Where he once defended her publicly, now he says nothing at all. That silence speaks volumes, especially in a marriage where unity used to be their brand. And finally, the fifth and possibly most personal sign: emotional distance. In Patrick's interviews this past season, he often talked about football, his team, and being a father, but rarely mentioned Brittany with the same affection and frequency as before. When asked about life off the field, he redirects the conversation, avoiding relationship topics that once lit up his face. Combine that with Brittany's vague posts about protecting your peace and knowing your worth, and it paints a picture of a couple who may be together publicly, but disconnected privately. Now, none of this confirms a breakup, and it's entirely possible they're just weathering a tough season, like any couple does. But when you add up the clues, the signs of tension are hard to ignore. Whether it's a shift in priorities, emotional distance, or just the weight of living life under a microscope, something about Patrick and Brittany Mahomes' once picture-perfect relationship feels off lately. For a couple who once shared everything with fans, the silence and subtle signals might be saying more than any caption ever could. If you spotted something we didn't, drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more exclusive deep dives into the stories behind the headlines.